I'd
All
love
right.
to see cool ass car.
Yeah, let's get into it, man.
Oh
First, we're
my.
starting with the Porsche 910.
Wow. Oh, that front is so pretty.
What were you saying?
That front is so pretty.
Right? It's so iconic, man.
It's oh
Like,
my, that yeah, look at that. It's so pretty.
I really love this era of
The
sports
Lamont,
cars,
yeah,
you know?
yeah,
Like there was the Ferrari P3, P4, there
yeah,
was this, there was the Jaguar
yeah. The
XJ13, I believe.
Jaguar, yeah,
And yeah, man, like the whole sort of like bubble roof, low front end, man,
and
like
also the was it the GT40 too? Like
yeah, this is true. The
yeah,
GT40, original
yeah,
GT40.
the original GT40. It's
There's
got this
this,
type of like
oh
bubble and like rounded
yeah, man.
surface.
And the way that they integrated like the fog lamps and the headlamps into one kind of
One
like
gigantic,
opening.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's awesome.
yeah,
I just wish that modern car has some inspiration from here.
yeah. They tried to, but I think with like current like pedestrian crash standards and stuff like that,
Yeah,
like you just can't get back to this.
yeah, yeah.
Like
There's just too many. There's just too much rules that
yeah,
drive
yeah,
the
dude.
design.
But listen to let's get we'll go back a little bit. Listen to
That's so
that.
pretty. And the sound too. Like the engine sound is oh.
Right?
Oh
Like it's
my.
just I don't know, man. Like there are very few cars that kind of are the modern era that like resonate like
I
stuff
would
like that
say
does, you know?
the only modern supercar that I think that it's to this close end, it's the SP3.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
I may have some that may change your mind, or you may have not thought about. Well, I mean, question is, how far back are you going with modern, right?
Yeah.
So check these guys out.
Yeah. The F50. And the oh man, that's so cool. The F40 also. Nice. I still like the F40 a lot.
It's so funny, right? Because like Joe and I go back and forth on this like all the time, because like the F40 is, I think, like what every boy racer wants to build their car to be, right? Like think about it. It's like stripped out, twin turbocharged V8, no compromises,
Yeah.
Like it's really what every guy who builds a race car wants
Yeah.
is realistically like an F40,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
But for me, like there's something about the F50 that just kind of like speaks to me, and not because I think it's better looking. The F40 is much better looking. Like there's no question, right? But I feel like the F50, the concept grew up a little bit and
Mhm.
became a little bit more luxurious, became a little
Yeah.
bit more premium,
Yeah.
right? Because you
Yeah.
got the V12, you got a little bit more of a cushy interior,
Yeah.
Um, but man, either way you go, like you can't go wrong with these
If you
things.
give me, to be honest, if you give me either one, I would take it.
Right, right, right. Like for
I
me,
would,
I don't feel like the Enzo and the LaFerrari lived
no,
up to the standard
yeah.
that these two
For
set.
me, for me, the highlight, like the highlight of Ferrari is still the F40 and the F50. Like
Yeah,
in
I
that era.
agree. I agree. Right? Like, okay, if you want to take, let's say, the 288 GTO, the F40 and F50, I think that's the trifecta.
Yeah,
Like, I
exactly.
don't think that, like, again, for me, like the Enzo, immensely capable car, crazy car. I just don't feel it lived up to
Mm.
this
I mean,
standard.
I'm pretty sure we're gonna get a lot of fight on the bottom.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But
Let
yeah,
us know in the comments
yeah,
below your
yeah.
thoughts.
Let us know what is your favorite Ferrari at this
Like the F40 is the one that I would want on the racetrack. The F50 is the one that I'd like to drive every day.
yeah. No, I
That
can
that
see it because the F50 it looks more luxurious and it feels luxurious and
yeah.
it is more luxurious than the F50, the F40.
Yeah. You know what? It's kind of like the Skyline R32 versus the R33,
Yeah,
right? The
yeah,
R32 is the one I'd want on the racetrack. The
yeah,
R33 is the one that I'd want to daily drive,
yeah, yeah,
you know?
yeah.
But yeah, let's finish up listening to the sounds of these two cars, man.
Oh, this is so pretty.
Dude,
So
so
pretty,
good.
so good.
So good. So I didn't tell you, but this weekend there's like a big like car event that's like that happens every year in my area. And so all of a sudden this like random car dealership popped up in my neighborhood,
Mm,
and they had like old school, muscle cars. They had low riders, which is really weird. You don't see a dealership with like
yeah,
true low riders, with
yeah,
hydraulics and stuff like
yeah.
that, right? But then they had a freaking Ferrari Testarossa parked out front.
Ooh.
So I was
Ugh.
hanging with my dad on Sunday and I saw it and I was like, do a U-turn, do a U-turn. We're gonna go check out the Ferrari Testarossa. And so we came up, we parked, and for our viewers who don't know, like I injured myself not too long ago, so I was like limping over to get over to the Ferrari.
You can't
And
you can't miss the Testarossa. If you got a
right,
chance, you have to go see it because
exactly, it's a Testarossa,
yeah, 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 and
So-
also Testarossa is also icon for Ferrari as well.
exactly. It's
Yeah,
one of the most amazing. I mean, I had to just look.
yeah, yeah.
And then I got there and I realized it was a kit car.
Ah,
It was a fake Ferrari. I was so
ah,
pissed.
ah.
I was so angry. I
Wait,
was like,
was it the platform? Was it Ferrari
no,
or
the
was
Piper, it was a Pontiac that they
what?
built a Ferrari like on top of. But you know what? The proportions, because I know the Testarossa proportions were so good. Usually the kit cars, the fake ones, you can't tell, or you
Yeah,
can tell, right? Because they're a little too narrow or they're a
yeah,
little too like funky, in
yeah.
some way, right? But this one was a really, really well done kit. But I still wanted to kick the car when I got there because I was like, my first like clue that it wasn't a real Ferrari was it had these horrible wheels on it. And I was
Ah,
like, oh man, where are the original wheels? Like, why would you put these things on there?
yeah.
And then I started looking around at it. I'm like, wait, that's not the Ferrari interior. What the hell? And so I looked and it was like Pontiac Fiero kit cars. I'm like, you
What
son of a
the
bitch. I was so pissed.
dude,
Because, like, I had to limp over to the
I
damn
should have
car.
I should be there and record your reactions. That can be a
Dude,
reaction.
so angry. So angry.
Oh, that's funny.
Right? But, dude, I would not be angry at this next car that I found. Check this thing out.
Nice.
Dude, right?
Nice.
Look how clean that is.
And that wheel, that golden bronze wheel,
Right?
it fits perfect with the BMW.
Yeah, it's so funny, right? Because usually, like those multi-spoke style wheels, it's like a motorsports look,
Yeah.
right? But for this thing to be like, lowered, slammed on the ground, but then with the bronze, with the
It's
dark color, oh,
if it feels like this car has an attitude. Like,
it has a lot of
yeah,
attitude.
like attitude and don't mess with me. That kind of attitude.
Yeah, yeah,
and
100%.
and also like luxurious feeling of the car.
Yeah, I mean, just look at that.
That
Look at how
that wheel is
clean that
so
is.
that wheel is so awesome.
Dude.
And usually it's really
Oh,
hard to pull off bronze wheel.
I agree.
Yeah. But this one actually perfect.
It is. I think the second I saw this, I was like, dude, this is perfection.
Yeah.
Like I don't know many tuners who tune old school BMWs, right, like this, and do it this good.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know,
This is
like
pretty. This is awesome.
like I hope it's on airbags. I hope it doesn't live like this
Yeah.
low all the time.
Or air suspension.
Yeah, yeah, it
Yeah.
definitely needs that. But dude, I mean, this
I
thing
think
is
like
as good as
like
it gets.
like the old like the last generation or the old generation BMW looks so good. What happened to the new generation BMW, man? It's
Yeah, that's really like
so
a
sad.
travesty. Yeah, you know, like
So sad. Sad, sad, sad.
dude, I don't understand where BMW is going these
I don't
days.
know, man.
You
It's
know,
it's every time when I see it, every time when I see a BMW that is wearing a BMW badge that looks like that, I'm like, oh, you're
Mhm.
destroying the logo, you're destroying the brand. Come on.
Yeah, and it's funny, right? Because like presumably they're designers like us and they should understand,
Yeah,
brand and how to bring back like some historical elements with like, modern day manufacturing.
yeah,
But dude, they just look way too busy, way too, for lack of a better way of putting it, just ugly, you
yeah.
know?
Ugly and flat.
Yeah, man. Yeah, but that thing, that BMW, that's perfection.
Yeah,
That's absolute
that's
perfection.
perfection.
So we're
BMW
gonna
perfection.
end with some more perfection. I got one last video for us to check out, but this thing, I kind of want this thing in a weird way. I'm not gonna lie. So check this out.
What? What the? Is that's a jet engine
Yes,
in
that
the
is a
back?
jet engine in a minivan.
What the heck?
Yes, those are two giant exhaust jets coming out.
What the heck?
I mean, like this shot. You only see it for a split second from this perspective, right?
I can tell it's a jet engine.
Yeah, but dude, a jet engine
What the?
mounted in the back, right? And I love that he has to have both of the doors open,
Yeah,
right? Because like, how else is it going to get air?
yeah,
You
yeah.
know?
Oh, that's funny. And then he needs to have his real windshield off.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. Yeah, dude. Friggin' jet engine minivan. Dude, by here, it starts going pretty quick.
Yeah. That's funny. That's funny. Very funny.
Right? I thought you'd appreciate that, right? Like, dude,
Oh,
what
I'm
kind of
having tears in
psychopath
my
puts
eyes.
dude, what kind of psychopath puts a jet engine inside a
Nutshell.
minivan?
Hey, just the fact that he needs to fit the jet engine in a minivan, so that he has to modify the car to fit the engine in the
Right?
minivan. So funny. It's like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna take this off. I'm just gonna take this off. I'm just gonna stick this in the back, and hey,
Right,
there we go.
exactly.
Yeah. That's
All
the
right, guys,
funniest
let us
part,
know
man.
down in the comments below which one of these cars would be your favorite. And until then, we will catch you in the next video. All right? Peace.